Hello everyone, it's Birdie here, the Recycled Hippie Chick. Happy New Year. Hey, I was just sitting here organizing, helping Christina at Christina's Shack clean her desk off. And I thought, instead of me making my belly band that I need to put this in my Christmas journal, as soon as I'm done helping Christina organize her desk, I will jump on and make my belly band. I was going to make my belly band while I was helping Christina clean off her desk, but I decided, just wait till you're done helping her, and then you can jump on and make the belly band with your yahoos. So here I am, yahoos. Let's make a belly band together. I have so much to tell you. I hope I can remember it all. First of all, let me just tell you, this is the poor girl's version of that fancy, what's that stuff called? Vellum. Okay. This is it's like vellum, but it had blueprints on it that I had gotten out of a trash that was going to be thrown away at an estate sale. And it's my version of vellum. So I had watched somebody, and I don't remember who it was, showing how to do what do you call those strips of stuff? The rolls, snippet roll. And she was doing it on vellum, and it was really cute. And I had this cute little sparkly thing that I wanted to put in my art journal. And I had this. It's some of my favorite Christmas gifts as a child. And I just glued this magazine page to the back of it. Joy to the world, the Lord has come. And I just folded it in half, and I thought I'd put it in a belly band in my junk journal. Well, I thought, wouldn't this be cute on the center of my belly band? So that's what caused me to decide to do all this. Well, anyway, here I am. I don't even know where to start with you. Where do I start? Well, I'll start with Janet Nash UK. How's that? It leads up to everything else that's happened. I was up really late. I think it was Friday night or Thursday night. And I was flipping through, and up pops Janet Nash UK. So I thought, well, let me go check her out. I thought somehow I remembered maybe she was on the live of Christina and Linda. And so I thought, okay, I remember them saying Janet Nash's name on their live, so let's check her out. So I watched her, which was a bad idea that night because Janet Nash is so soothing to watch that literally people watch her that have trouble falling asleep. She is so calming and encouraging. It's like it's like doing yoga without the moves. It's amazing how she just releases the tension in your body, calms you down. Just really was wonderful. So anyway, I couldn't stop falling asleep. So I went ahead and went to bed, and the next day decided I was going to get caught back up on her. So that was yesterday. Yeah, so I must have watched her Friday night when it put me to sleep. So yesterday, I have like this Janet Nashathon that I just turn her on and watch her all day. I had things to do. I had to rearranging my art room again. So I was watching her while I was doing that. I watched her everywhere. I watched her in the bathtub. I watched her doing dishes. I had my earphones on, watching Janet Nash. I turned her on in my art room, and I just had it to where you go to her channel and you start on a video, and then it just keeps rolling on, you know, to their next video and their next video. I just had it rolling on, man. I was having a Janet Nash-a-thon. Well, every time she had a cup of tea or had a hot chocolate or a biscuit or a marmalade toast or whatever little treat she was having on her channel, I would have to stop and go get me one. So I had hot chocolate yesterday. I had hot tea. 2 different kinds. I had English breakfast. I had Earl Grey. I had a cup of coffee yesterday. I mean, I was doing the Janet Nash thing. Well, I could not sleep last night. I was up 5 times running back and forth to the you-know-where. All of those drinks were just running through me. Then this morning, I finally woke up at about, I don't know, 4:30 or 5, and I was kind of scared because I thought, my gosh, I keep needing to go to the restroom. I wonder if I have a UTI or something. I couldn't figure out why. So, you know, here I am still half asleep. I'm not thinking clearly. So I get up. I think, well, I'm just going to go take a hot bath with some Epsom salts and, you know, maybe I'm getting sick. So I went in and got in the bathtub and I cranked up my earphones and turned on my YouTube, and guess who pops up? Janet Nash is doing a live on YouTube at 5:30 in the morning. And I'm like, oh my gosh, here I am. Sat in the bathtub for an hour and a half, I think, watching Janet Nash again live. So I have been Janet Nashified. But it was wonderful. They're having some kind of a, I don't know, a video-a-thon or something, that all kinds of creators are doing something, you know. All kinds of people are doing stuff, I guess, for 24 hours. I'm not even sure. I don't even know what's going on. I just know I happened upon it. And it was wonderful. So then I'm up, because, you know, I'm normally not up till about 10 o'clock. So I'm up. I get the goats fed. I come in here. And sure enough, there's Christina on Christina's shack, cleaning off her messy desk. So I had to stay and, you know, finish that before I could come on and do my little belly band. But, oh my gosh, so funny. So I have gotten so many ideas from her. You know, it's been cold out in my art room, so my little table out there has just become a catch-all in my art room, because I just take stuff out there and stack it on the table, thinking, well, when it warms up, I'll come out and clean. Well, I've got a girl coming over tomorrow, to work on, a little girl. I think she's in the 6th grade, coming over to work on her art journal that she made with me this summer. It's during summer break. And let me see if this will go over on the page and glue down. I think that'll be glorious. Anyway, she's coming over tomorrow to, where's my book? To work on that. So I had to go out and clean off my table. And that's when I had Janet Nash going. And I started thinking, I'm going to take this year, my goal. I'm not a, what do you call it? I'm not a resolution person. But I do have a goal for this year. I'm going to take, I wanted the dots. Doesn't it look like there's dots on there? But when you pull it up, there's not. I wanted the dots. There they are. This year, my goal is I want to make my art room something that brings me joy. Like, I have this really cute pink display cabinet. Oh, I need to glue that down better. I have this little pink display cabinet. It's not little, it's big. I'll have to show it to you sometime. It came out of a department store. It's one of those big pieces of furniture that the whole top and the front is glass, and then it's wooden down below, and behind at the bottom it has sliding doors where they used to, probably a jewelry store where they got down under, got stock and put it up in the case. Well, I have one of those out there, and I have all my pretty things that are special to me laying on it and in disarray. None of it is organized because that is a gift that I do not possess. Oh man, where's my hanky? That's a gift that I don't possess. It does take an art to display things. Have you ever walked into a antique shop and the things in the booths are displayed beautifully? I cannot do that, okay? I just line everything up. It's just not in me. So my friend Terrell is going to come over and she's going to display everything in that case for me. So I thought, why have the case? I'm just going to walk, while I'm telling you my story, I'm just going to walk through. You guys saw me when I started this Christmas journal. It looked like this. Well, then I got this wild hair to put crackle paint on it to let the colors show through. And I've tried crackle paint over and over and over, 2 or 3 different kinds that I've gotten out of junk boxes, and it just don't work. Thank goodness I never bought it, because I put crackle paint on it and it just didn't do anything. So the front was crackle paste painted, and then I put my little picture in my doily on it, but I wanted to leave the back because this is actually what I liked. So I didn't go over it. It's mine, so I can do that, right? So I'm just going to go through this and show you what I have done so far. I still have some things stuck in because you know what? I don't have to finish this year. I decided I can work on this every year, but the things I really love, I'm just going to stick in the pages, and then I'll do them when I get the fancy. So anyway, I decided this year I'm going to, and see, you guys went through and did this painting with me in the background, that I'm going to pull that display case out, and I'm going to put it in front of my table so that when I look over my table, I see all of my beautiful trinkets, my beautiful things that bring me inspiration, there looking back at me. That will make me smile. That'll give me something to look at while I'm trying to come up with ideas or, whatever I'm doing. Two things. I figure if I watch you guys and each one of you I get a tidbit from and implement that into my art room, slowly, I don't have to do it in one weekend like I always have. Quick, just move everything. Janet Nash is teaching me that I can be slow and thoughtful and make things count. 2 tidbits I got from Janet Nash were, number 1, she has I have a big, huge cubby with 3 big drawers full of stamps. I don't have to have that cubby right near me. I can have it somewhere else in the art room, and I can have a little bowl sitting on my table with a handful of stamps in it. And while I'm working that day, I will use that handful of stamps. Isn't that brilliant? And another thing she taught me is she has this little, I don't know what she is, a mouse, some cute little stuffed animal. Her name is Flo, that sits on her table, keeps her company, has tea with her. She's just the cutest little thing. like my RJ, that I have moved everywhere in my living room, and poor RJ does not have a home. I decided this is the time that RJ can come live with me in the art room. That's not what I had on there, is it? I didn't have that on there, did I? That does not even go with that. What am I thinking? Well, anyway, I want the doily to go on there because I like that, but I may not put that card on there. So, I'm moving RJ to my pretty pink display case, and he is like a stuffed muskrat or something, but he has the most adorable little boho vest and velvet pants on with his worn leather shoes, and he's sitting on his stool with his legs crossed with his little pipe, his little music pipe in his hand. I love him. So I'm going to bring him out there. None of my grandkids like him. My husband thinks he's weird. I'm going to bring him out there, and he is going to live with me in the art room. That's my 2 little tidbits I got from Janet. Okay, husband dropped in to say love you, bye. He's on his way out to his shop. So those are my 2 tidbits that I have picked up from Janet Nash. Now, my other tidbit comes from Ricky Tikki Tabi. I'll link her down in my description because she does not go by Ricky Tikki Tabi on YouTube. She's Ricky Tikki Tabi on Instagram. Janet is Janet Nash UK. I'll link her also. Ricky, it goes by her last name, and I can't remember what it is. But the tidbit I got from her is a wealth of other stuff. She's given me a lot of encouragement. She has a box, a drawer, whatever it is, and she calls it smaller than $1. I have implemented that. I have gotten a little drawer here beside me that I have put a label on, called it smaller than $1. And it is so handy to just reach in and grab something out of it. Oh my goodness. It has been wonderful. So I got that little tidbit from Ricky. Now, each time I watch somebody, if I pick up a little tidbit from them, then look where I'll be in the next year. I really need, which is not very Christmassy. Where is that? Okay, I'm going to use this. This card is going to hang over the edge, so I'm going to use a piece of... Look at me, working in my art journal instead of flipping through. See how I see a squirrel and go? That's just how it works with me. Matter of fact, my husband calls me squirrel sometimes. So yeah, that's my goal this year, is to get little tidbits from you guys. I hope you don't mind if I stalk each one of you and get little tidbits to implement into my creative life. Oh my goodness. You know, this has been the never-ending bottle of Fabri-Tac because it's been running out forever, and I just keep using it, and it keeps producing. And now I think it really is starting to run out. So I'm very excited. I'm very encouraged. I'm ready. I've got about an hour to go. I think I'll take my guinea pigs out and put them on the porch. You know, I have a big screened-in porch, and it has probably a 4x10 cage in it for the guinea pigs. So when it's nice outside, where's my card? So when it's nice outside, oh dear. Well, you'll see it from the other side. I take them out there, and they're out there all summer. I have a little portable air conditioner out there for them in the summer, but in the winter, when it's nice, like it's supposed to be 50 something today, I take them out there and let them hang out in their little outdoor aviary or whatever you call it, and then bring them back in the afternoon when it gets hot or cold. So then I have one of those fold-up tables like you would use at a craft show. Those like 6-foot plastic tables, you see at Sam's that you have for like church potluck and stuff like that. I have one of those in the dog room, I call it, where I keep the cat litter and the dog food and everything. And I put that up in there in the winter, and they have an entire cage around that table with boxes and hidey places and, places to get. It's a large enclosure for 2 guinea pigs, but they are so extremely stinky and gross that I hate to have them in the house. What is going on here? There we go. I guess it's just going to be a thick page. Yeah, that'll look good like that, won't it? So when I go out today to put them in their enclosure, then it should be warm enough for me to go out into the art room. It's funny because when it's all clean and organized, I'll call it the studio. And then when it's a mess, I call it the art room because I don't feel like it's worthy of studio when it's a complete disaster. There we go. Look at that. See, I got this in my smaller than $1 bin, and it's just finishing off what I need to, because this card wasn't full enough, big enough to fill up the space, so I needed something for the dead space. Oh, I'm sorry. I know you guys don't want to sit and watch glue drip to the bottom. But I was... Then I jumped over also and watched Linda talk to her homies for a little bit on Linda's Mixed Up Mess. She had a quick little video talking to her homies, as she calls it. So man, you guys, I've gotten so much done today. And what is it? I feel like it's only 8 o'clock, but I'm sure it's 10 or 11 by now. Made my husband a wonderful breakfast. I get bacon. For me, he likes sausage. I get bacon by the whole package, and I cook it up for the week, and then, just grab a piece or 2 out every morning when I have my egg. And my husband, on the weekends, he likes to get up and go to McDonald's because he's the little man at McDonald's that goes and gets his coffee and, talks to the girls and whoever else is sitting there. And I always tell him he's the missionary to McDonald's because I've probably told you guys this before, he'll see somebody there that needs their breakfast bought, or there's a little man, I don't know if he's homeless or what, but he's kind of figured out when my husband shows up to McDonald's, and he comes and knowing my husband's going to buy his breakfast and his coffee. And there's a man that was there one day, my rusty pen, I've lost my steel pen. There was a man there one day in the rain, standing inside the foyer, waiting for it to quit raining so he could be on his way. And his shoes had holes in them, and my husband asked him where he was going, and he said he was walking to Winfield. And he said, "You're walking?" And he said, "Yeah." And he said, "Well, buddy, you got to have a decent pair of boots, if you're going to walk to Winfield." So he took him down to Walmart, just a couple blocks down the road, and bought him a new pair of boots. And then there was another man there one day. He was on his way through, And my husband bought him hot breakfast, and he was looking for work, and he was going to another town where he thought there would be a job opening on a construction site or whatever. So my husband took him to Walmart and bought him a nice Carhartt coat or whatever, you know, Carhartt type coat, and a pair of overalls. And no, he took him to Tractor Supply. That's where he took him. Got him a pair of work boots that were steel-toed, and, you know, just fixed him up. So he loves to do that kind of stuff at McDonald's. So I tell him he's the missionary to McDonald's. He said, I'm not a missionary. I haven't never shared God with anybody. And I said, yes, you have. You don't realize it. But without even speaking God's name, you've shared him, because, you know, when you do unto others, you've done unto me, he says. So that's exactly what he's done. He has brought glory to God just by helping these people. So I guess we'll work in the Christmas journal today, because that seems to be what I'm doing. So anyway, today he wanted breakfast. So I made him some sausage, and I fried up my great big pound of bacon for the week, and sauteed him some mushrooms, and got him a tortilla out, and put some Colby Jack cheese on, not Colby Jack, pepper jack cheese on it, with some jalapenos, and scrambled him an egg and put on there, and made him a little breakfast burrito, and got him a pot of coffee going. And because he said yesterday, are you going to make me breakfast in the morning? I said, yeah. He didn't want to go to McDonald's today for some reason. So I got him all fixed up and got his coffee going, and then came in here. That's when, while he was eating his breakfast and watching his YouTube, he likes to watch the tractor type guys, you know, at YouTube. Okay, another thing I need, because I'm constantly looking for my ink dauber, is I'm going to get a cute little cup or something just to drop my different colored ink daubers down in, so I can see what color they are and grab it out. Now, I have one that's brown, and I just used it when y'all first joined me on here. There it is over there. So I just feel like I've done a lot today. I was watching Christina. She showed her face today. I've never seen your face, Christina. You're such a little youngster. Didn't realize you were just so young. Wow, I feel like I'm hanging with the big kid. The popular girls. She's so young. And I was hollering at her, and she was not listening to me. I was saying, no, Christina, don't cut that part off. Or I was saying, Christina, hold the picture up before you put it away. I can't see the image on the picture. She was going through stuff and moving it like this. And I'm like, show me the picture. She didn't listen to me. She just continued cleaning. But we got it all done. Her desk is straight. She's ready to go. Now, I thought this little man here is trimming his tumbleweed up for his Christmas tree, and it looked like maybe this would be the little cottage he lives in, and I had torn something else out at some point and decided I would give him this little Christmas tree for Christmas. Merry Christmas, Cowboy, from Birdie. That's what I'm going to do on this page. And I have to get it on just right. And my little tip is clogged, and boy, this is coming out of there fast. So I'll get that started, and then I will put the tree where it needs to be. Little tricky, isn't it? You thought being a junk journaler was easy, huh? Not always. I actually could be missing out on somebody right now. I switched over to watch the next live after Janet Nash, and it wasn't really my thing, so I thought, well, I'll check in, see who's playing later, and saw a squirrel. Here I am, doing a video instead. I don't know, she kept saying, tell us what, about your channel, and we'll plug you on here. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to have you plug my channel. I don't even know. So I probably missed out on the channel plugging, but it was also everybody else's channels were getting plugged, and I didn't quite know how to go check them out while I'm listening to the live, without getting out of the live. So I don't quite know. And then when the live was over, I went back. Once a live is over, the comments are gone. So I couldn't scroll back, like if it was a normal video, you could scroll back in their comments and look and see what everybody said. I couldn't do that with the live. So I don't know how to go check out people's channels that we're visiting. So that's the only thing I don't like about a YouTube live. If I'm correct, I mean, it's the way it appeared to me that the comments were gone when the live was off. Yes, you can watch the video, but the live comments are gone. So, if that makes sense. Okay. Anyway, I got my nozzle unclogged. Now, okay. See, here's a belly band for this little guy. Now I need to find another page. Here's a belly band for this guy. See, some of these things I just can't, I cannot tear up. See, this is sheet music for this song, and it's just so precious. I can't tear it up. So I'm just folding the whole thing and putting it in the belly band. What's this one? I thought this one was precious. This is Santa Claus is Coming to Town. Isn't that precious? Did you know that Santa Claus is Coming to Town actually has verses? I just came back from a lovely trip along the Milky Way. I stopped off at the North Pole to spend a holiday. I called on dear old Santa Claus to see what I could see. He took me to his workshop and told his plans to me. So, you better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Did you know that? How precious is that? Anyway, little things. Little things make Birdie happy. Little things. I have some room over here. I don't really want two belly bands together. But I do need, look at that, how old that is. So old. I just love it. And then we jump up to like the 60s, which is also old and adorable. This is a 2-pocket here. I have 2. And remember, this was my, oh, this might be a good one. This was my pumpkin log page. I had at the, I had the price of my pumpkin logs on here, and I thought it kind of looked Christmassy from a craft show I did. Yeah, I think I'll do that. I think, well, first of all, I have to secure that a little more. That little medallion is not very secure. So anyway, since I'm on this Janet Nash UK roll, and you'll probably hear me talk about her for a week till I get her out of my system and go on. You'll have to go check her out. The thing that's so precious is at the end of her video, she lights a candle and just has a moment of quiet. I pray during this time. She'll say, let's light a candle for somebody that you know that's going through a hard time or whatever, just to put them in our thoughts. So I just, at that moment, pray for all those people out there that might, be having a hard time or whatever. It's just calming, quiets your spirit. It's just wonderful. I'm just so glad I ran across her. And like she said, if I help you go to sleep, by all means, use it for that. Use her videos for that. You don't have to do art while you're watching her. You can just listen to her. And to calm down or whatever your needs are. If you love her voice and want to use that to go to sleep, then go for it. I'm too nosy. I don't think I could do that. I'd want to get up. I don't think I could lay and listen to her in bed on my headphones and try to go to sleep, although I do have problems sleeping. I just don't think I could because I'm too nosy. I'd want to get up, see what she's doing, join in, I'd be afraid I'm missing out on something. Now, where did that... Are there 2 pages here? Yes. I wanted to fold that over. I might have to staple that. I don't have a stapler here. This, I don't know how well vellum glues, like this. So I may have to staple that down. But I do believe that's going to fit in there. So I'm happy. Happy with that. Okay. I think I will call it quits for now and go take the guinea pigs out and put them in. Although I didn't finish my flip through. Let me finish that real quick with you. I'm not done, but I have gotten started. Last time you guys were with me, I just did colorful on the back pages. And now I'm just kind of going through and sticking stuff on those pages. And I'm not going to be in a hurry to finish it. It may take me a few years. And that's okay. See, none of these pages are done yet. Oh, this is a cute one. My little... It opens up. And then this opens up. It's got my cute little card that Arlene sent me. And then she sent me a piece of fabric and lace. I made a pocket on the inside for that. I absolutely love Volkswagen buses. I don't know if I've ever told you about my story. I'll tell you another time about my bus that I had. And manger scene, and that folds back down. Still need a cute little tag there. I need all kinds of stuff. But that will come later. Oh my gosh, look, another belly band. So I'm sure, oh, I could make one of these cute little books. Where's that belly band? I could make one of these cute little books like we were making. Only I could make it Christmassy and slide it in there. I might just leave that and make that one Christmassy. Yeah, I think I'll just do that. I'll just turn that one into a Christmassy little book. I'm sorry, folks, I put you in upside down. And then this here, I'm going to trim up. I just think this is a beautiful image of inside like a barn room. It's got the wording up here, but I'm going to put this Happy Christmas. I'm going to trim it all off, get it as close to I can, just to cover up this back cover. I just think that's pretty. And on this one, it has all different kinds of Christmas cookies. And I just wrote little notes. You know, one day when I'm gone, my kids will find this, hopefully, and read it. And so I'm just writing little notes, you know, like, I absolutely love making and eating holiday cookies. We used to have a cookie exchange at church. However many cookies you brought is how many you took home. So much fun. We always left cookies on a plate for Santa to snack on. My Granny Ruby Dale made the best fudge and divinity. I loved the butterscotch clusters made with Chinese noodles and peanuts. So I just wrote, you know, little things. And I will write in on the back of each card, I'll write fun little things that maybe my family can find and read one day. But anyway, that's where I'm at. This little guy is going to get closed up and put away till next year. And I'm going to go out, and today my goal is to somehow figure out how I want my table so that my pink case is in front of it. And my goal is to take all my trinkets off and out of my pink case and put them in a box so when Terrell comes, she can decorate it and get my pink case moved over in front of my table. Wish me luck. That's my goal for today. Happy New Year to each and every one of you, and may God's will be done in each of your lives this year. Bye-bye from Birdie.